Everyone's waiting for something, waiting for the right time, waiting to feel motivated, waiting for the stars to align or for someone to come along and fix everything. And that's the problem. That waiting mindset is poison. You sit there thinking life owes you a rescue plan, like some hand is going to reach down from the clouds and say, "Here you go. Everything's better now." But that hand isn't coming. It never was. You've got to wake up to the reality that no one is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not some miracle. It's on you. You either decide to take control or you keep getting dragged by your own excuses. The harsh truth is life isn't fair. It's not supposed to be. Fairness isn't real. Some people are born with advantages, others get buried in problems before they can even walk. So what? That's the game. That's the terrain. And you don't control the terrain. You only control your response. That's what separates winners from whiners. Everyone's got a story, man. Everyone's had pain. Everyone's been knocked down. But some people choose to stay down. Others get up, spit the blood out, and move. It all starts with personal responsibility. You need to stop looking outward and start looking inward. That means no more blaming your past, your family, the economy, or bad luck. That means grabbing yourself by the collar and saying, "This is my life. If it's a mess, I'm the one who's going to clean it up." That mindset is power. That's when everything changes. When you finally stop pointing fingers and start building. But most people can't handle that. You know why? Because it's hard. It's hard to accept that your failures are on you. It's hard to admit that the reason you're not where you want to be is because you haven't been doing what needs to be done. But that's the exact place you need to stand in. That's where transformation happens, when you get brutally honest with yourself. No sugarcoating, no lies, just you versus you. You're not tired, you're uninspired. You're not unlucky, you're undisciplined. You're not stuck, you're scared. And deep down, you know it. You know you've been bullshitting yourself. You know there's more in you. You've just been hiding from it because change is uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable, but so is being broke. So is being ashamed of who you see in the mirror. So is waking up every day feeling like you're wasting your potential. You have two choices: keep playing the victim or become the damn hero of your story. And that hero doesn't wait for the perfect moment. He creates it. He gets up early. He shows up when it's hard. He shows up when it's hard. He pushes through fear, pain, fatigue, all of it. Because he's got a vision, a mission, and he's done making excuses. That's who you need to become. And you can. You just have to decide. It starts today, not tomorrow, not next year, not after the weekend. Right now, get up, move your body. Read something hard, do the work no one sees. Because every time you delay, every time you put it off, you reinforce the weakness inside you. And you're better than that. You know you are. But it's not enough to know. You've got to act. You've got to prove it to yourself every single day. So stop waiting. Stop whining. No one is coming. Be your own rescue. Be your own damn hero. ChatGPT said, "Pain's not the enemy. People treat it like it's this thing you're supposed to avoid, like it's toxic, like discomfort means you're doing something wrong. But that's not how this works." Pain is the compass, it's the signal, it's your body and your mind screaming, "This is the place where you grow." And most people run from it. They numb it with distractions, with scrolling, with food, with alcohol, with anything they can find. Because facing pain, that takes guts. That takes honesty, that takes ownership. Here's the truth: you're feeling lost, stuck, broken, frustrated. Good. That's the call. That's the knock at the door. You can either ignore it and keep living the same watered down version of life, or you can open and face what's on the other side. Pain isn't a curse. It's a spotlight showing you exactly where the problem is. It's the pressure that forges something better out of you, if you let it. The problem is most people have been conditioned to equate pain with weakness. "Oh, I feel anxious. Something must be wrong with me." No, you feel anxious because your life is out of alignment. You feel depressed because you're not doing what you know you should be doing. You feel uncomfortable because deep down, you know you're wasting time, avoiding responsibility, playing small. And instead of listening to that pain and using it, people medicate it, distract from it, drown it. And guess what? That doesn't make it go away. It just gets louder. You have to lean into it. Sit with it. Listen to what it's trying to teach you. Because pain is the most honest teacher you'll ever have. It doesn't lie. It doesn't sugarcoat. It doesn't care about your ego or your feelings. It just delivers the message. And it's brutal, but it's necessary. You don't grow from comfort. You don't evolve by cruising through life on autopilot. You change when it burns. You change when it breaks you. You change when you're tired of your own excuses and finally decide to do something different. You want to build mental toughness? Go through hell and don't run. You want to find purpose? Let life break you and then get back up piece by piece with intention. That's how you develop grit. That's how you gain clarity. That's how you build a real foundation, not some surface level nonsense, but real depth, real strength. Pain has a message. Evolve or stay the same. And if you stay the same, you're choosing decay. Every time you run from that hard conversation, every time you avoid the workout, every time you choose easy over right, you're shrinking, slowly, silent, until one day you wake up and don't even recognize yourself. So flip the switch. Stop seeing pain as the villain, start seeing it as the call to rise. Stop numbing it and start working with it. Let it sharpen you, let it humble you, let it drive you. Let it remind you that you're alive and capable of something more. The best people, the strongest, most dangerous, most driven people you know, they've all walked through hell. They didn't skip pain. They didn't avoid failure. They lived in it, breathed it, used it. That's the difference. So the next time life punches you in the gut, don't fold, don't panic, pay attention, because that pain, that's the doorway, and what's on the other side is everything you've been looking for. Discipline beats comfort. Every single time comfort is the killer. It whispers in your ear, telling you to hit snooze, to skip the gym, to relax. You deserve it. And that voice is the enemy. It wants you soft. It wants you weak. It wants you average. But discipline is the force that transforms you. It's the steel in your spine when everything in you wants to quit. It's the ability to look yourself in the mirror and say, I don't care how I feel. I do what needs to be done. You think motivation is going to carry you? It won't. Motivation is unreliable. It's a drug. It wears off. It disappears the second life gets uncomfortable. Discipline, though, that's bulletproof. That's showing up whether you feel like it or not. That's waking up at 5 a.m. when the bed is warm and your legs are heavy and everything in you says to go back to sleep. But you get up anyway because you said you would. Most people are chasing a dopamine rush. They want the high, the thrill, the instant hit of pleasure. Scroll, eat, binge, escape. But the real winners, they chase discomfort. They live in the hard, they lean into the struggle because they know that's where growth lives. That's where the edge is. And they want to live on the edge, not because it's easy, because it's necessary. Every time you choose discipline, you're building something. You're stacking bricks. You're laying down a foundation that can't be shaken. You're building confidence, not from empty affirmations or Instagram quotes, but from proof. Proof that you can rely on yourself. Proof that you're in control. That you're not at the mercy of your feelings. That when the pressure comes, you don't fold. You focus, look around. People are addicted to ease. They don't want to sweat. They don't want to struggle. They want shortcuts. But shortcuts don't build character. They don't build resilience. They don't build greatness. What builds greatness is doing the work when it's boring, when it's exhausting, when no one's watching and there's no applause. That's where discipline shines. Discipline is freedom. Sounds backwards, right? But think about it. The more disciplined you are, the less you're controlled by cravings, distractions, and emotions. You're not a puppet being yanked around by impulse. You move with purpose. You take ownership, and that gives you power, real power, the kind no one can take from you. You want to level up? Build a life you're proud of? It starts with routine, habits, rituals. Wake up early, move your body, eat clean, train your mind. Do the hard stuff first, and don't negotiate with yourself. Don't wait until it feels right. You're not always going to feel like it. Do it anyway. That's the point. Because in the end, the life you want, the strength, the respect, the peace, the success, it's on the other side of discipline. You don't rise to the occasion. You fall to the level of your systems. And if your system is soft, you're done before you even begin. So, make the choice. Not once, every day. Choose hard, choose consistency, choose sweat, silence, and sacrifice. That's how you separate from the pack. That's how you take control. That's how you become dangerous. Discipline is the path. Walk it, or stay stuck in the mud with everyone else wondering why nothing ever changes. Failure isn't the enemy. It's the training ground. Most people are terrified of it. They treat it like some final judgment, like failing means you're not good enough, like it's proof that you should quit. But that's complete nonsense. Failure is just data. It's feedback. It's the raw, brutal truth showing you where you're weak, where you messed up, where you need to get better. And if you've got the guts to face it instead of running from it, that's where the power is. You want to build strength. You want to become a savage, unstoppable version of yourself. You're going to have to fail a lot. You're going to have to look stupid. You're going to have to fall flat on your face in front of people. You're going to get embarrassed, rejected, beat down. Good. That's part of the process. That's the cost of leveling up. You don't get greatness without scars. You don't get confidence without getting knocked around and standing back up over and over again. Look at anyone who's elite at anything. They've got a graveyard full of failures behind them. Every win they have is built on a mountain of losses, but they didn't let those losses define them. They learned, they adjusted, they used the pain as fuel. That's the difference between winners and losers. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's grit. It's what you do after you fall. Do you cry and quit, or do you stand up, wipe the blood off your mouth and say, all right, round two? Every time you fail, you're sharpening your edge. You're learning what doesn't work. You're building resilience. That's a rep, just like lifting weights. The more reps you take, the stronger you get. So fail fast. Fail often. Stop trying to protect your ego. Your ego is weak. Smash it. Embrace the suck. Let it humble you. Let it shape you. Because comfort is where dreams go to die. If you're too scared to mess up, you'll never take the risks that matter. You'll never start the business, never chase the vision, never step into the arena. You'll stay stuck, safe, comfortable, and visible. But you weren't built for safe. You weren't born to play small. You were made to evolve, to rise, to fight, and that fight comes with losses. So what? Every L is part of the process. You don't lose, you learn, you adapt. You come back smarter, stronger, hungrier. Stop trying to be perfect. That's a trap. Perfection is fake. Progress is real. What matters is that you're in the game, that you're swinging, even if you miss. That you're out there taking risks, pushing yourself, exposing yourself to failure. Because that's how you grow. That's how you earn your stripes. So next time you fail, own it. Don't pretend it didn't happen. Look it in the face and say, good, I needed that. Then ask yourself, what did I learn? What can I do better next time? And then do it. Execute, improve, repeat. That's how you separate from the pack. That's how you become dangerous. Not by avoiding failure, but by making it your training partner. Let it teach you. Let it mold you. Let it build you into something relentless. You want a better life, a better body, a better future? Then get used to failing. Get addicted to the grind of getting better. Because every failure you survive, every time you get back up, you become more of who you were meant to be. And that version of you, that version doesn't fear failure. That version eats it alive. Regret will eat you alive. Not all at once, but slowly, day by day, moment by moment. It starts as a whisper, a little thought in the back of your head. I could have done more. You brush it off. You distract yourself, but it doesn't go away. It lingers, and the older you get, the louder it gets, the louder it gets. Until one day it screams, and by then, it's too late. You think the pain of pushing yourself is bad? Try the pain of knowing you had one shot at life, and you wasted it. You let fear win. You let laziness win. You let comfort keep you trapped in the same routine, doing the same meaningless things, while your potential sat there locked up inside of you, untouched, undeveloped, and now unreachable. That's what regret is. It's not just about missed chances. It's about becoming someone you're ashamed of because deep down you knew you could have been more. You don't get another version of this life. This is it. This is your shot. Every hour you spend procrastinating, every day you waste complaining, every week you burn doing the bare minimum. You're digging your own grave, and you don't even see it. You think you have time. You don't. The clock's been ticking since the day you were born, and every second that passes is a second you'll never get back. You've got dreams, you've got goals, then move. Get after it, because time isn't waiting. Opportunity doesn't come with a guarantee. You think your future is secure? It's not. Life can change in a second. Health can vanish. People you love can disappear. The world doesn't care about your plans, so stop acting like you have forever. You want to know what's worse than failure? It's knowing you never even tried. It's knowing you had the chance to fight for something that mattered, but you chose easy instead. Chose Netflix over discipline. Chose excuses over execution. Chose fear over freedom. And now you've got to live with that every day, wishing you could go back and change it. You won't be haunted by the pain you went through. You'll be haunted by the shots you didn't take, the conversations you didn't have, the risks you didn't step into, the dreams you let die while you were too busy being realistic. Screw realistic is a trap for people who are scared to see what they're really made of. Regret shows up when you keep betraying yourself. When you say you're going to change and don't. When you make promises and keep breaking them. When you look in the mirror and know you didn't give it everything. You didn't do the work, you settled. And here's the twist, it's avoidable. Regret is 100% preventable, but it takes guts. It takes a willingness to do what most won't, to face your demons, to show up when it's hard, to stay consistent when no one's watching, to bet on yourself when everything is uncertain. You've got one job when your time's up and you're staring at the ceiling for the last time. Be able to say, I gave it everything. I left nothing behind. That's freedom. That's peace. That's what this is all about. So stop chasing comfort. Chase fulfillment. Chase challenge. Chase discipline. Chase meaning because when the end comes, and it will, you don't want to be filled with what ifs. You want to be filled with pride. Knowing you did the hard things. You made the sacrifices. You went all in. You beat regret before it ever had the chance to catch you. Life doesn't care how nice you are. It doesn't care how smart you are. It doesn't care what your intentions were. Life is a war, and if you're not preparing for it every single day, you're already falling behind. People walk around like they've got all the time in the world. They act like they can just float through life, avoiding hard things, avoiding pain, avoiding discomfort, and still expect to win. That's delusion. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your preparation. You think the world's going to slow down and wait for you to catch up? No. It's not going to stop coming at you just because you're tired or confused or overwhelmed. You either keep moving or get trampled. You either sharpen your mind, train your body, build your habits, or you watch others pass you by. It's not complicated. You're either becoming stronger or weaker, sharper or duller, more dangerous or more irrelevant. There's no middle ground. The truth is, every single day is a test. From the moment you wake up to the second your head hits the how you show up, how you think, how you act, that determines where you're headed. And the worst part, most people don't even realize they're being tested. They think life is just happening to them, like they've got no say. Wrong. You've got to say, you've got a choice. But that choice gets sharper, clearer, louder when you're prepared, when you've trained, when you've put in the work that no one else sees. And let's be clear, preparation isn't glamorous, it's not exciting, it's lonely, it's repetitive. It's doing the work when no one's clapping for you. It's waking up early when your body begs for sleep. It's choosing water when your brain wants sugar. It's reading when everyone else is watching trash. It's taking care of your body, your mind, your purpose. Because you know the storm is coming. When it hits, you won't have time to wish you'd been ready. The people who make it through hell aren't lucky. They're prepared. They've trained their mind to stay calm in chaos. They've put themselves through voluntary suffering so that when involuntary suffering shows up, and it will, they're ready. They don't break because they've already been through the fire by choice. That's what separates the elite from the average. That's what makes a person unshakable. You need to treat every day like you're gearing up for battle, because you are. Battle against your own weakness, your own doubts, your own distractions. That's the real war. And if you're not preparing to win, you're preparing to lose. There's no neutral. You're either building or decaying. You're either attacking life or letting it attack you. So ask yourself, are you training? Are you reading? Are you lifting? Are you learning? Are you building habits that will hold when everything else falls apart? Or are you just existing, just getting by? That's not good enough. You weren't built for survival. You were built to dominate. But domination only comes to those who earn it, who suffer for it, who prepare like their future depends on it. Because it does. You get one shot at this, one life. And if you're not treating it like it's a war, like it demands your absolute best every day, then what the hell are you even doing? Get sharp, get strong, get dangerous, or get left behind.